Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I am going to do our May 20th spiritual principle a day in a meditation. Hope you're doing well this morning. The title of today's meditation is The Rewards of Responsibility. We don't always want to work our program, but we know the rewards we get when we take responsibility for our recovery and the consequences when we do not. That comes from the Living Clean book, Chapter 1, Keys to Freedom. Early recovery, especially our first go at it, can seem almost magical. For many addicts, things get so much better so quickly when we first find NA. We put some days together clean. We start feeling physically better. It's easier to pay the rent because we don't have a habit. So we gain a little stability. Those NA folks are really encouraging. And what is that hope I feel? Soon the minor miracles of early recovery, like paying bills, eating actual meals, or having regular bowel movements, lose some of their charm. It dawns on us that just not using is not enough. Despite having a cool sponsor and some friends who are clean, NA activities and a roof over our heads, we still have that gnawing feeling that something is missing. While surrounding ourselves with good people is important, recovery is not contagious. We won't catch it simply by hanging around. This is an important realization, but it's what we do with it that matters. Ignore it and know that using may start to appeal to us. Get busy and reap more of the rewards of recovery. Sooner or later, and at multiple points in our journey, each of us faces these alternatives. Stay clean, but remain miserable and set ourselves up for possible relapse, or take responsibility for our recovery. And so we engage in what's before us, the work of recovery. It's a 12-step program. Why not work all 12? The results are many, and the most valuable among them, intangible. In recovery, we become self-aware. And unlike when we were in the grips of the disease, we have the freedom to choose what to do with what we learn about ourselves. The road of spiritual wealth opens up when we accept responsibility for our recovery in all it entails. I will check in with my feelings and confide in a friend today. I will apply the spiritual principle of responsibility by identifying what's happening with me and being open to change. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today. Please and thank you. I'm very meditative about this meditation. I'm just wondering, when I think about the rewards of responsibility, um, what comes to mind is that the chief reward that I have is not something that I can put a label on. It's not something, I guess the closest I could come with a label would be gratitude. But to find an exact word to describe the feeling that I have when I am responsible for my own recovery, for my life, in doing the things that I need to do instead of having to have someone else do them. Even if I have to ask for help, it is requiring for me to take action. And that feeling that I get, I would have to admit, seems very intangible. I was kind of stuck at that sentence there in the last paragraph where it says the rewards are many and the most valuable among them intangible. I was like, what do they mean by that? But when I started to contemplate the rewards, it all made sense because the feeling that I get is a sense of purpose. It's a sense of belonging. There's a sense of wellness in my life today because I am doing the things that I need to do for my own recovery. I am being responsible for my life, for my decisions, my recovery, and you know what? Even my own mistakes. I'm not pushing it off on someone else. Well, if they hadn't said this, I wouldn't have done that. No. I sometimes I just sit, I wonder what people think because I just sit there quietly and peacefully. And they could be talking out the side of their neck to me, and I tell you what, I'm not moved by that. In that moment, I'm moved by the fact that I have been given an opportunity to behave differently compared to my former behaviors, and more peace, how much peace I receive as a result of choosing a different response sometimes. And before you know it, whatever they've said has gone in one ear and out the other because I've been too focused on the fact that I'm a different person today. I can stand here with someone that is shouting at the top of their lungs or talking out the side of their neck and be completely non responsive and even saying a silent prayer for them while they're tripping. That's a different person. I'm responsible for my own recovery. And when I walk away, I might be thinking they might hit me in the head with a chair. I don't know. But when I walk away, for the most part, I'm walking away knowing that I did the right thing for the right reason. I want that for you. I really want that for you. I want for you to get to the point where the responsibility you take for your own recovery lands you in a place where you can rest at night. You can face anyone, look them in the eye, and stand on all 10 and know that you have value, that there's no big eyes or little U's, but you yourself have value for who you are today. You deserve that. We have been through it, guys. You absolutely deserve the benefits of being responsible for your own recovery. And I know you can do it, right? So just staying clean is not all that there is. There's other things. Yeah, we get houses, we get a lot of other things, but the main thing that we get is a attitude of gratitude and some of the other spiritual benefits. We can't even give words to them. They're intangible, but they exist. They exist. They exist deep inside of you, in your heart, in your spirit. It's that sense of hot honey welling up on the inside of you that says, you know what? You're doing it. You're doing a good job. My name is Mighty Stream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I hope that you have a beautiful day on purpose.